Breaking news, everybody. There has been problems with Canadian butter lately, and let me tell you something. We're going to be weighing in on this because it seems to be a massive problem occurring. Is Canadian butter hard, and what's the deal with it? Well, this locked article on the Toronto Star right now reports that butter is indeed hard. And let me tell you something. There seems to be big issues with this. I don't know what's going on, but I'm getting to the bottom of this. So far, what we have here is Canadian butter more firm. That seems to be the pending issue right now. Let's see what everybody else is weighing in on this in the thread. Why are dairy cows being fed palm? Palm oil isn't poured into the milk supply. Instead, palm fat, a byproduct from palm oil production, is used as a nutritional supplement for dairy cows. It's a practice that's been around for 20 years in Canada. In February, cookbook author and food writer Julia Van Rosendaal wrote whether palm fat in feed of dairy cows is the reason why butter has gotten firmer. The theory, of course, palmitic acid. So everybody, it seems that butter does not stay soft on the counter when it's pulled out of the refrigerator. It stays firm, and it's because of palm oil and palm crops. Can you believe this? I can't believe this at all. But I think the problem is when you really think about this. Oh, hey, what's up, Congo? This is a very pressing issue we're having right now. The butter's firm right now. Yes, everybody, the butter's firm, and it's because of palmitic acid in palm products, and that's a big problem right over here. I'm honestly shocked. I'm appalled. I'm crying right now. I don't know what to do anymore, but I do have to. This is the first time I'm watching you, but I can't ban you from my. Well, you know what? That's why I have like 25 mods. You want me to insult you right now during this pandemic of butter? Well, I think you're a piece of garbage. Don't ever come back talking like that with your little emojis that you use. I know, Lord Aethel. I've been crying, and Congo, I've been trying honestly to get all my moderators to ban me. I think it would do Twitch a good thing, honestly. But you know, I gotta make sure that I influence much with my mind that I got going on right now. But so I gotta weigh in on this, everybody. So as I've had Canadian butter, you know, I've had Canadian butter, and over the years, I've kind of noticed this. You know, it has gotten harder, and it kind of makes the croissant dough a little bit rougher, especially for pastry chefs to make. So when you're going into your local pastry chef over there, Canadians, and you're about to get some croissants wherever the hell you are, you got to make sure that when you go do it, that you can look at the pastry chef in the eyes and say, "Are you using butter right over there?" But I think this is where Canada can't cope anymore, and that's what happens with Leafs. But it's rather unfortunate. But I do have some solace offering it. If you like your butter hard, I would argue with this point that would that not necessarily make your waffles a little bit better, you know? Like, you know, use pancakes, flapjacks, whatever the hell you call it. And you know, Mariposa, you know, there is a good thing about margarine. Margarine is a better alternative. I feel like it has a little bit better gains for anybody that tries to do any type of lifting endeavors, if you know what I mean, if you're doing macro counting. Like, I gotta ask, you know, for our fellow Jimmies in chat, Lord Aethel, I know you're one of them. What's your opinion on this, my friend? I know this has been hard-hitting news. You and I have talked in DMs just actually, like, literally 5 to 10 minutes ago when I showed you this article. And I know you've been hit hard from this like I have. It's honestly, it's literally been terrible. I honestly think I might actually cry a little bit. It's really hard hitting right now, and I don't think I can actually cope with this. I don't even have any actual weather to report right now. The only thing I can report is that there's a drought right now, and along with the pandemic, it looks like we're going to be suffering another Great Depression because of this. There's no real reason to use margarine over butter, even with heavy exercises. Well, that depends if you want to have any of those nasty little side effect products to attack you. But don't tell anybody else about that, even though butter itself isn't actually used purposely for any types of lifting. Hanachu, thank you for that. Fat is necessary for testosterone production in order to make your hormones function, but as a macronutrient, it's rather kind of meek and bleak when it comes to that. Protein has higher satiation content, and carbohydrates are far better used for long-term bouts, especially if you do any type of high-intensity activity, depending on the relative intensity of your lifting. Or, when it comes down to it, protein is definitely used for more muscle reproductive abilities and satiation requirements for the body. That is my opinion on macronutrients. It all has its times and place. I think doing any type of keto is worthless, and I think over a long time of terms, without regards to diet fatigue and mental fatigue, it is rather useless. There's me dropping a little bit of things on that. Also for cutting purposes, oh dear God, just keep macronutrients on. Thanks, Mari. I'm glad that you're pissing. Are you pissing butter? That's what I gotta ask. But yes, in terms of macronutrients, does this affect anybody lifting? No, just keep your macros for. Hey, Congo, thanks for the follow. Just keep your macros for butter like around 50 grams, and you'll be okay. You just need it for testosterone production and keeping you even. But what about your croissants, though? Croissants are buttery. Can they be used for this? I have no clue. But you know, we here over at the Weather Report with Prince Reinhard, you know, in the past few days, I've had at least 2 VTubers telling me about their shitting problems and their constipation. It seems that I have to make a confession right now, too. I think I can explain some of the movements that I've had in the past couple of 2 weeks. It's liquid gold, Prince. Also, you're moderating. Awesome. Thanks, Mari_Ian, for the moderation. Well, chat, this has been harsh news for everybody. I'm going to be taking a few questions. If anybody has any questions in regards to butter and its utility towards whatever thing you want to do with your life, I'm just going to say this. I'm going to continue buying stocks. Oh, Happy, you are such a little bitch. You know what? I'm going to take this firm butter and I'm going to shove it down your throat. I hope you enjoy it too, and then get like a contraction of diabetes. Is Canadian butter hard enough to use as a weapon? Yes, it can. Obviously, with the government taking away guns and stuff more recently in Ontario, I feel like, or actually province-wide, I feel like it's more apt to use butter as a weapon. You can hit somebody in the head with it and possibly knock them out as a means of self-defense. AnandK guy, this is incredibly important breaking news. I don't even know, I have no idea what to do. Like, honestly, I was going to start fixing us so we can have a public chat where we can have executions take place for somebody having a shit opinion. But honestly, for me, I don't know what to do. I really... This is... Alright, Jin. You know what, Jin? Whenever I see you kind of ride off with your little biker gear, I think you look like a toddler who's trying to LARP as a Hell's Angel, to be honest. That's what I think you want to do. But... What is it, Yumika? What are you shaking your head at? This is breaking news. I think everybody needs to know about this. Like, I'm literally gonna get to like... Yeah, it is irony, isn't it? I'm literally gonna get to like 20k tweets because of this damn butter. I'm actually shaking your head. What are you shaking your head at? This is important news. I don't know what you're on about. Yes, and I was gonna report the weather on Galapagos Island, or like some shitstorm that I think is brewing hurricane-wise on the other side of dark Twitter that I've been browsing lately. This is hard butter is a travesty, people. Canadians are gonna be using this as weapons. Please arm yourselves. Seriously, this is bad. Yes, it does suck. Yumika, you would understand. Your area has a lot of good baked products. Imagine getting a croissant, and then the pastry chef looks at you with tears in his eyes and telling you, "Yes, have you not been paying attention, Happy? I'm gonna give you a free insult right now. That's bullshit. I've literally been crying and pissing myself about this for the past 10 minutes. If the butter is hard, then suck my nard." Yes, I agree. I'm sorry if I even doubted you for a second about... It's incredibly important. Like, listen here, alright. So, when you go into Canada, and you go into McDonald's, alright, there's only one breakfast menu item that... This is why I don't eat butter? Wait, what? Really? You don't eat butter? What? Huh? Wouldn't hard butter make it easier to preserve distinct layers when making puff pastries? Yes and no. You also have to wonder about the creaminess, because I don't know, the last time I was having butter on toast, I swear to God it was like... I swear it was creamy. No butter? Yeah, how, Yumika? The Canadian Moose Defense Force beating people with butter is a human rights issue. Yes, it is. We need to take this up to the UN. You know, as royalty, and from my country, this is a travesty. You know, one of our greatest exports that we have is butter. I don't like butter on bread. Wait, do you like French toast? Yes, Congo, I completely agree. Yeah, microwaving butter for a few seconds to spread it is a great idea. And the thing is, I gotta wonder. I don't know how butter it is for everybody else in your area of the woods, but at least from over here, it seems that, you know, at least from what I understand from my travels, American butter itself can melt pretty fast. You've never had French... Really? Yumika, you've never had French toast? You've never... Really? You haven't had French toast? Yumika, I think you should do... I'm not gonna say this. I think you should do yourself a service. Have yourself a bit of French toast. And I know French toast gets a... Alright. French toast gets a bad rap, but listen to me on this. French toast is actually a great utility for food. England bans butter knives. Canada? Yes, Canada. Yeah, Canada, you could use this shit as a weapon. That's ridiculous, everybody. But honestly, let me go on French toast right now. French toast. I want you to think about this through a healthy point of view. A lot of people give it a bad rap for being unhealthy because obviously you're putting bread in egg batter. But the thing is, it's only unhealthy if you put like powdered sugar and crap on it. I know. The thing is, French toast isn't really French. It's like calling French fries French. I do recall that, you know, the Belgians, very evil people, made French fries. But that's a news story for another day. But yeah, French toast itself, think about this for example. If you get yourself a decent amount of bread, you look at the calories on the back of it. It's maybe 110, 120 calories per slice. You then take some eggs, maybe one egg, whip it with like 2 or 3 egg whites, use that as batter for the bread. You have yourself an actual legitimately good protein snack with carbohydrates in it. That is a dieting trick for all of you if you're looking to get that and getting a post-workout kind of food. But this isn't a workout seminar. I'll do that later. I'll have a Q&A on shit about that, what I think about certain things. But yes, it is better to let it soften on the counter. But Mari_Ian, you have to understand, letting butter soften on the counter is one thing. But the other thing is, you got to understand, this is hard now. Butter in Canada doesn't soften like that anymore. It's because of the palm oil that's being used in it. They're feeding cows palm stuff. I don't know what the hell this shit is, but let me tell you. This stuff is getting really, really exceptional. And I don't know what's going on. But I'm gonna read some more Twitter comments for you guys. Heat up your knife with a blowtorch. I agree. This is going crazy right now. The answer is yes. As a pastry chef who uses butter every day, it's much harder all the time. Watch this. I'm gonna pull this up. I'm pulling this up here. I'm pulling this up. This is important. The answer is yes. As a pastry chef who uses butter every day, it's much harder all the time. Making croissant dough has taken so much longer due to how firm it gets in the fridge between turns. I'm using Twitter as its resource. A place where you can find such fair news that has absolutely no bias at all. That's because the Canadian dairy cartel is trying to maximize profit. Raw milk is very nutritious, but they would have you... Uh-oh, we got one of those rawers right there in the chat. Ooh, my goodness gracious. Let's keep going down. I'm very shocked and appalled. This news story is going on a lot longer than I intended to. This won't go on as long as the artist thing report that I did with Yuki Braps the other day, but the people need to know. All of you need to know about this. I just want to be able to get butter from Normandy. No butter I've ever tasted in Canada is even remotely close to as good as butter is good from northern France. Of course a Frenchman would say that. Canadian butter definitely does not taste good. Who else thought Buttergate referred to Last Tango in Paris? Get your head out of the gutter, Frenchman. I switched to the vegan margarine months ago. Years ago. It may not be good for me personally, but I don't feel so bad slathering my morning toast and so... Enjoy your estrogen count. But that's a story for another day. I mean, margarine has its benefits, everybody, unless you like the taste of it. What would we do without your news reporting, Prince? I have no clue. Be careful what you publish here. Some people may eat a ton of Canadian butter to make a part of their body firmer because of this. That is crazy. Well, something is causing that. I began noticing that quite a while ago. I wondered why it was firm. Then my wife told me about it. They're using palm oil. This is crucial. You'll be in trouble in Canada, and you'll remember that you can use Canadian butter as a weapon. I think, honestly, you know, as somebody that had to escape my kingdom for problems that occurred in it, I think they're out to get me right now. I think I better start going into hiding, actually. But yeah, this has been really tough. Canadian butter being firm, well, nobody cares about that. My butter is harder than a motherfucker. Trying to chew this bitch is tougher than watching Joe Biden climb this. Better look in the milk supply. Alright, everybody. I'm taking a Q&A portion right this while I figure out somebody to raid before I have to go off and do my royal duties for about an hour. But, butter moment, yes. Why is palm oil being put in... I don't know. This is a conspiracy right now going on with the Canadian government. Palm oil is a big issue. Say it with me, everybody. Palm oil is a big issue. This is crazy. Absolutely nuts. But I promise you, I will come back with another stream on this. I really try to keep up to date with these weather reports. I am a weatherman. But I'm definitely gonna be picking somebody to raid into. Let's see who is up right now. We got It is a big issue, everybody. It's a massive issue. I don't know what to do anymore. Alrighty. You're welcome. They're putting palm oil in candies. Yes, they are putting palm oil in the candies. Is that the raid message? Yeah, palm oil isn't being added to the butter itself, but being fed to the cows. That's incredibly true. They're injecting them with palm oil. This is almost as bad as, people injecting trenbolone into cows and then thinking that it's great for injecting it into your ass for human consumption. And then getting rage as a byproduct of that. They're putting palm oil on everything to drive up oil prices and stop the synthol guys from making gain. They are! I think palm oil is going to be starting to use in synthol now. So when you have those guys thinking that their biceps aren't growing because of the lack of, motivation, and they don't understand that frequency trumps everything, they're going to start injecting palm oil in there. And then they're going to start being made firm. Not on my watch. Everybody, I think you want cow steroids now. Yeah, put your stocks in trenbolone. I don't do that, actually. Make sure if you ever decide to do anything like that, you consult a person that has knowledge on that beforehand. Thank you for that. But it seems that... Alright, I'm gonna ask you guys something. Do you want to watch rhythm games, or do you want to watch League of Legends? Or do you want to watch Genshin Impact? Rhythm? So be it. Alright, we're rating Fimi. Thank you everybody for this weather report. I understand. I played Genshin Impact for 3 seconds and then I dropped it faster than I dropped my mother. Also, League of Legends... I can't play that game. But everybody, give Fimi my regards. Good luck with all of you today. I will be streaming Devil May Cry 5 with Virgil. I do have my last boss to beat. And then I'll be transitioning to probably Metal Gear Solid 2. But anyways, everybody, thank you for the weather report. Enjoy watching Fimi. Have a good time. And stay safe out there, everybody.